Alright, new team. New aesthetic. We're blue today. We used to be quite red and dark. And now we are blue and lighter. Much lighter with the background. We're using a Lapras team today. You want to see this picture I found? It's so funny. Here, I'm going to move it. Yeah, it's pretty funny. I'm pretty sure it commentates itself, really. There's not much I need to say about that. I think words would do that image no justice. So, we're going to be jumping right into it with this Lapras team. The idea is that Lapras is still good. I think a lot of people are sleeping on it at this point. Nobody's really saying it's bad, but nobody's using it anymore. And people are kind of underestimating it. So I think today, the aim of the game is to bring Lapras back into the spotlight. Obviously, its usage went down when Rillaboom became popular, obviously. But I believe it can still save the world. We're going to be bringing these three, and I think I'm going to have Rillaboom in the back. The idea is like, Lapras is good. It has Perish Song. You set up the Light Clay Aurora Veil for yourself, and then hopefully along the lines in there somewhere, you get 2 knockouts, and then you Perish Song and you win. That's the idea. Does it always work like that? No. No, not at all, but we hope it does. That's the way we hope these battles are going to go. In this current situation, if you look at my opponent's team, I tried to move the mouse to show you guys. If you look at the Mudsdale, the Rillaboom, the Incin, they'll get hit reasonably well by Lapras. Arcanine gives me a good early Intimidate on either the Mudsdale or the Rilla. Obviously, as I was saying, Rilla being the biggest threat to my whole team. Tyranitar's a good switch in on the Psychic types, and so is Rilla. So we got a lot of stuff to cover what's in the back, and Porygon is the most annoying thing. But we can Perish Song it at the end if we have more Pokemon. So that's the goal. It's going to be get 2 knockouts and then Perish Song that Porygon. We're basically going to ignore it. We're basically going to ignore Porygon for like at least a while. I might snarl it down here, but I'm not going to like target it down too much. It even gets an attack boost, so I don't really care about it. By the way, still love the sniffles. It's definitely allergies, no need to worry. Anyone with allergies knows it feels so different than being sick. It's just annoying. So I know it's allergies, but it hasn't gone away because we're cleaning a lot. So you're still going to see me reaching for a tissue now and again, unfortunately. But I'm sure it's not too bad. Obviously, as a good content creator, I mute the mic. Obviously, you don't want to hear that. You know, it's not. You can see it. It's not like you're not seeing anything. I'm just blowing my nose. But I will mute the mic whenever I blow my nose. They switch the Rillaboom out into what? Incin. So they switch Incin in. They switch Incin in to take that ice move coming at it, which is smart. I'll admit, that was a pretty good play. Hold on. I do have to respond to a message here. I have some important stuff going on. Okay, so I'm back. So sorry about that. Sometimes you gotta respond as soon as possible to some stuff. We do go for the Snarl, though, lowering Porygon's special attack, making it so that we can easily ignore it for the whole game. Like I said, the goal is to not pay attention to it. So we max Resonance. Now, if that Porygon's attacking, it's doing no damage. Obviously, Incineroar taking that hit very well. Next turn, however, we are going to be switching Arcanine out. You're going to see a lot of switching. This is a slower, team, so you're going to see a lot of slower games. They try attack, it does nothing. That is how good it works. With the grassy terrain, with the light clay Aurora Veil, with the Snarls, you stick around for a while. You really do. We're going to max Geyser, Incin, and go Tyranitar. Well, we're going to max Geyser, Incin, and Heat Wave. Call me crazy, but they might go back to Rillaboom. Does that make sense to anybody else? they might switch Instant back to Rillaboom. Well, that might just not happen. Obviously, there's a good chance it doesn't. We would catch the switch to a potential Rillaboom. You can see where I'm going with that. I thought they might switch back to Rillaboom, trying to take a water move, so I said, hey, no dice. I am not letting you do that for free. You can do it, I'll let you get away with it, but it won't be without taking a Heat Wave to the face. They're also Citrus Berry. Alright, we maxed Geyser him down to about 45%. And they try attack again. Try and try as you will. You're not going to be doing that much damage to my Arcanine. Try attack pun, haha. +1 for streamer. I like puns. Also, I am a YouTuber, question mark. I call myself streamer. I am more a streamer by trade than I am a YouTuber by trade. Okay, so they've got Porygon and the Rillaboom here. I'm thinking of Max Geysering Porygon and Will-O-Wisping Rillaboom, because we're not really going to knock out Rilla. Not really. So, getting a burn on it is good. I could throw a Max Resonance into it, but I feel like, yeah, they protect. It just wasn't worth it. Was not worth my time. That's a weird Rillaboom, by the way. It looks like they've got, like, Protect, Grassy Glide, probably. They Trick Room up, okay. You know what's interesting? I actually played a Rillaboom in the tournament over the weekend that had, I think it was Sword Stance, Woodhammer, Grassy Glide. I never saw the last move, but that was certainly a moveset. Seems like people are starting to not run Fake Out, which is pretty cool. I like it. I like the idea. I just don't know how well that works in practice. We're going to be Will-O-Wisping still and protecting. Why would I not protect? What reason would I have to go on the offensive here? Like, the worst thing that happens is my opponent goes for a Swords Dance. But even if they do, Will-O-Wisp is making sure they stay at least at neutral. Grassy Glide going into Lapras. I'm sure we'll see a recover here. Yeah. The reason I maxed Geysered Porygon before was actually just to make sure that my opponent wanted to go for recover. They didn't have to go for recover. But if I hit them, now they're... Oh. Ah. So, how does this team lose games? This team is kind of prone to hacks. It has a handful of like 90% accurate moves, and it also has its fair share of slow Pokemon, which are prone to getting Rock Slide flinched. Therefore, I get hacks down quite often with this team, just because the nature of my luck is negative most of the time. Sometimes I am the luckiest man in the world, other times not so much. Not so much. Here, one of the not so much times. If we were to have hit that Will-O-Wisp, we'd be in such a better spot, able to Snarl, but now we gotta click Willow one more time and switch to Rilla. The switch to Rilla's not too bad, but look, they can just switch out. It's so frustrating. That's gonna be a Hatterene. Huh. And they try attack one more time. Still doing 4 damage. We Will-O-Wisp. Obviously, Hatterene has Magic Bounce. So, Will-O-Wisp not hitting Hatterene, bouncing back, not hitting Arcanine. So, a little weird, but reasonable turn. Now, the grass is gone. I don't mind that too much. I wasn't going to go for it anyways. What I was going to do is I'm going to knock off Hatterene and Snarl. It seems more likely than not that Hatterene is their Dynamaxer. Speaking of hacks, just Dynamax Hatterene is good. It's a really good Pokemon. I won't lie. It's very strong. But the fact that it encourages, like, bad luck is so sad. For anyone, just in case you weren't on the same page, hacks is H-A-X and it means bad luck. It is not someone actually hacking the game. That is a topic we do not discuss on this channel, as it's just dumb. Don't get into it. Let's play Pokemon. But yes, that's what I mean when I say hacks, is that my opponent is hacking me, which is to say they are getting lucky and I'm getting unlucky. That's what I mean. But they do Dynamax Hatterene. Speaking of unlucky, and Max Mindstorm. Cool. It is not a Max Smite right away. We live it because the Aurora Veil is busted. Aurora Veil is so good. I hate allergies so much. I hate allergies. Anyways, we knock off Hatterene's Life Orb and we Snarl it. So now the damage that it did before, it is now doing much less. Rain goes away too. That one's a little unfortunate. I'm kind of sad about that. But what I think I'm going to do here is double switch. Going Tyranitar here is pretty safe, because they should know that a Max Smite into my Arcanine isn't gonna work. It would confuse me and be dumb, but it wouldn't get them a knockout now that they've lost their Life Orb and their special attack stat. Oh, that's my green screen, yeah. Now that they've lost all that stuff, another Max Mindstorm will be necessary. I'm showing too much shoulder here. I feel exposed. Sorry, I keep getting sidetracked. We're just having a good time here. Well, they've lost their Life Orb and a stage of their special attack. Max Smite would not knock out Arcanine. So I feel pretty confident that they wouldn't Max Smite my Arcanine slot. If they do, they got me. It wouldn't be the end of the world though, because they're pretty weak, and I would get a weakness policy. And by doing this, we're also preserving my Arcanine for an Intimidate later on the Rillo, which is really cool. They do Max Smite, but hopefully it's going into Lapras. Okay, it is going into Lapras. Still, like I said, not doing a lot of damage. Obviously, getting a Confusion sucks. Confusion is just a bad status. Should not exist. The Darkest Lariat coming out. Into the Tyranitar, right? Yeah. Doing no damage there. Very nice, very nice. So what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to switch Lapras out into Rillaboom. The reason I'm going to do that is because I think... Oh, wait. Trick Room's over. Nope, we're going Rilla. We're going to go Rilla and click Rock Slide. If I get this Rock Slide off, if I don't hit myself in Confusion, we should win instantly. The crowd's going to go crazy. Every single person watching this video is going to like and subscribe immediately if you haven't already. Or so the prophecies have told. I cannot speak today. I'm too excited to win this game. The prophecies have foretold that the people will go insane if I win this battle off of not hitting myself. Tyranitar, can you come through? Can you be my hero? I need a hero right now. He's thinking about it. Not my Tyranitar, my opponent. Thinking about something. So like I said, Lapras coming back. Switching the Rillaboom. I mean, the main reason is just because I don't want to be confused anymore. And best way to fix that is to switch out. Please, Tyranitar, please. Prayers, 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 prayers. They switch out instant. That means something's taking a Rock Slide if I get it off. They're really... Oh, that's such a throw. That is such a throw. T-Tar. T-Tar. We miss something. We miss Hatterene. Okay, that's fine. Wait, are we not +2? Oh, we're not +2 yet because they didn't smite me. Ah, they smite Rillaboom now. Okay, no, I thought we were +2. Never mind. Didn't matter as much as I thought. I forgot that the smite went into my Lapras. So actually the smite was going into the Lapras slot. Therefore, that turn did not matter nearly as much as I thought it did. Interesting. Interesting. Turn of events. I hyped myself up a little bit too much there. I thought I had a +2. I, in fact, did not have a +2. That's fine. That's fine. Aurora Veil is gone now. 8 turns in. We are 14 minutes, 8 turns into this battle, and no one has gotten a knockout yet. I hate to tell you guys, that is the kind of games we're going to have with this team. I personally like it a lot, but some of you guys might not be too excited. We're going to go Arcanine. Get the Intimidate off on the Rilla. I'm telling you guys, if we had burned that Rilla, if we hit that Will-O-Wisp, call me Aaron Zhang, but like, we would have won instantly by hitting that Will-O-Wisp. F for Aaron Zhang though. It's a funny meme, but like, if someone memed on that, like if something like that happened to me, and I got memed on for so long, I'd probably be pretty sick of it. I know even the official Pokemon Twitter memed on Aaron Zhang for that. Like, how sad can it get? Anyways, we're both switching in our Fire Intimidators to resist our opposing Rillabooms. I think the funniest part is we're both gonna probably Grassy Glide into the Fire type. No, he knockoffs. Oh, that's fine too, because we don't have an item anymore. Fun fact, we do not have an item on that Arcanine. Huh. What to do? Do we save Arcanine? Do we let it go down? I kind of want to save it. I think the play most likely is going to be to Grassy Glide his Rilla and switch to Tyranitar? That might be crazy, but I think that's the right way to do it. We've got the -1s down on his Rillaboom, which is the one that matters. And if they even do Grassy Glide this slot, which they shouldn't, they should be fake outing Tyranitar and then like doing whatever with their Rillaboom. We don't care. We don't care what they do with their Rillaboom. We get the Grassy Glide off. It shouldn't knock out, obviously, but maybe next turn. Where does that go? And a Rilla. We're just trading. We're trading. He gets a crit though. Interesting. Interesting. Well, what I'm going to do here is we have an easy peasy play of switch Rillaboom to Arcanine and Rock Slide. Because he's going to be at -2. I think even if he fires a superpower, even if a superpower comes out, we should live it. Well, I could just Grassy Glide though. If I don't think I'm going to hit myself, Grassy Gliding's the play, but I'm going to say that I would hit myself, and I want to Rock Slide. He's going to be at -2 on Rillaboom, so as long as Tyranitar doesn't get knocked out by Rillaboom right now, we should get a Rock Slide off, which should end the game. Should. A few more hypotheticals, don't really know. They protect Rilla. Okay, alright. They blitz into what I think is Arcanine, right? Yeah, they blitz Arcanine. Okay, I am very okay with that. Super duper okay with it. Now we're at the point of the battle where I'm pretty okay with sacking off my Arcanine. We Rock Slide. Can we hit the Incineroar? We do. Amazing. Hits the Incineroar. Does not knock it out though, however, because we're actually at -1 now. Like I said, I was accounting for him giving me weakness policy, which he's obviously not going to do. Sand goes away. Alright, here's the play. Here is the play. Play of the week. What we're going to do is we're going to go Rillaboom. I know. I get it. This battle's been 18 minutes long. This is about the end game. You guys got to learn this. They don't cover this one in high school. You really got to be taught how to play a proper end game well. I have finally allowed my opponent to knock out Arcanine. We are going to high horsepower Incineroar and Rock Slide. Yeah. Because the only way he gets out of this alive is a double switch. And even with a double switch, I am allowed to reposition. They are going to switch Rillaboom out, which means there is still potential for the Incineroar to switch out. Hatterene comes in. High horsepower. We do connect, which is really good. That should be a knockout. Okay, now we have taken our first knockout. They've taken a knockout. We've taken a knockout. But we are in a better spot, in my opinion, as they don't have their fire type. And we don't have our fire type, obviously. But their Rillaboom is slow. Their Rillaboom is so low. And ours is shown to be faster. Therefore, their whole team gets cleaned up by Grassy Glide. We probably have to pivot around a little bit if they don't give us 3 minutes till battle ends too. Wow, we've been here for 20 minutes, guys. This guy gets it though. This is a very high level game. I think this is the highest level gameplay we've had on the channel yet about positioning and whatnot. My opponent is definitely making really, really good defensive plays. If they want to be correct here, they go Porygon 2. Yep. They go Porygon 2. Because they don't want to give me Grassy Glide. They don't want to give me Grassy Terrain back. But the way we counter this is we switch to Lapras. And Rock Slide. Yeah. That's the way we counter it. It should be okay, because the only thing they have to threaten me is probably an Ice Beam. And Ice Beam it is gonna be going into Lapras. No, oh, it has poor. No! Oh, no, 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 that's terrible. Uh-oh. We needed to hit that. We needed to hit that. Okay, so how to play this properly? How to play this properly? I think the way to do it is double protect. I'm gonna double protect, but I'm gonna take my full time. Because if it goes to timer and I have 3 Pokemon left, I think we can get a knockout on one of theirs. So what needs to happen is a double protect on my end, then a double attack, then a double protect. And then we should win. I know this battle's taking forever. 21 minutes? Alright. Double protect here. Like I said, I don't feel bad though, because this is a really high level game. You can get to see how real positioning works, which we've had a lot of offense on the channel. Offense does not allow for positioning. Defense allows for great positioning. Dazzling Gleam is coming out. I assume they recover, maybe. Ice Beam, Ice Beam. Okay. So if my opponent chooses the battle... Oh no, the battle can't end. Oh boy. Alright, we Freeze Dry and Rock Slide. Yeah, we have to Rock Slide. We Freeze Dry, Hatterene, and Rock Slide. And this is the last turn of the game. They Dazzle. This should give us policy. And we should be able to live and get a Rock Slide off. The only way we don't get this is as like a Rock Slide. An Ice Beam Freeze right now. We should get this. Rock Slide does double connect. Okay, that's amazing. We get the knockout on Hatterene. The battle's going to end in 14 seconds. And we are going to have more Pokemon, so we win. Ice Beam goes into... My heart cannot take it. Why did that do so much? They had a special attack boost, but they must be like max special attack Porygon 2. Well, even if they got the knockout, we would be winning as we have more HP over our Pokemon than they do. But wow, that's a really good game. Because we would have had 84 plus 94, and it looks like whatever they have is less than 84 plus 94. The way it works is it's a sum total. I mean, I'll double protect just to be safe, but the game is ending. So the way it ends is I have 3 Pokemon, my opponent has 2 left, the time is over, and I win the game. That's how it goes. So that is why, if you noticed during the game, we were like frantically preserving our Pokemon. We were not letting a Pokemon drop, because in the end, the person with the most Pokemon, if time runs out, wins. I know that was a 23-minute battle. I'm so sorry. But to win with a defensive team, you gotta play to your long win con. Nice. One battle down for the day. We're still getting a second one. Don't you worry. There's no way we'd cut that episode short just because we had a long one. Sock 1. What do you got? Oh boy, another pretty defensive team. So the reason that I'm thinking my opponent's defensive is they've got the same Rillaboom Incin. They've got a defensive Milo, and they've got Screens Grimmsnarl. We're definitely gonna have to try to break them in the Trick Room with Dusclops. There's no way I can beat them without Trick Room. Question is, what route do they go? I guess we could go Lapras, Dusclops, Tyranitar, Rilla. Let's give that a try. We might have some issues in the end game with a Duraludon, but probably not. Most likely not. The only concerning thing is my team revolves around a lot of hard-hitting offense right away. And my opponent looks like their team revolves around kind of the same. Well, okay. Let me phrase that. My team revolves around a lot of hard-hitting offense right away, followed up and supported by a lot of defense. And my opponent's team is identical. They have lots of defense with like 1 or 2 very offensive Pokemon. For me, my very offensive Pokemon, I would qualify them as Lapras and Tyranitar. Rillaboom is even kind of support. Everything else is basically support. I have Dragapult. Okay, I'm lying, I have Dragapult. But I cannot afford to bring the Dragapult. Lapras Dusclops. Okay. The concern would be Assault Vest, Light Clay. Okay. The concern would have been Eject Button. They are not Eject Button, however, so I feel okay. I'm going to normal Freeze Dry. Burn. I think, okay, so this looks weird. The reason is I think they're going to Dragon Tail me. Hold on. We're going to Max Resonance, Nightshade, Dusclops. I think that they're either going to taunt me or Dragon Tail me. It's one of the two. Do I know which? No. But this covers for either option. They've shown that they have no way to stop my Lapras from Dynamaxing. Like, the worst thing for me right here would be them Dynamaxing and also Light Screening. If they taunt Dusclops, we're in a good spot. Which they should. They should. They really should if they've got it. If they don't, I'm going to assume they don't have it. Because, like, if they've got it, they should go for it. Also, they could go for a fake Tears Max Darkness, but with the Light Clay and the Assault Vest, you'd assume they didn't have fake Tears. At least I would. We'll have to see. Trading Dynamax is turn 1. Activating the Lapras and the Duraludons. Big powers. Like I said, I really hope we see a taunt here. They go for Light Screen. That just doesn't make sense. You see what I'm saying? If I set up Trick Room there, and a Max Steel Spike comes out, okay. If I set up Trick Room there, they had nothing. They had actually nothing for that. We're going to Max Resonance right away into the Dura. It's not going to do a lot. They're Assault Vested and behind a Light Screen. Lapras is good at what it does, and what it does is set up Veil. That's it. Nightshade doing, oh yeah, look at that, more than the Max Hail. Fun times, fun times. We're gonna max Geyser Grimmsnarl for some damage. This turn I'm in a Trick Room. If they would be so kind as to not taunt me this turn, that'd be cool. That'd be fun. I don't see why they would taunt me now and not before. Thunder Wave, there it is. So a Thunder Wave coming off into the Lapras. And another Max Steel Spike. I really don't mind the Max Steel Spikes. It's only doing about a... I mean, it's doing under a quarter. And so I don't mind that at all. As long as I don't get paralyzed. Yeah, okay. So we get the Max Geyser off. Very good. Same thing. This is not going to do a lot. That's a crit. That's got to be a crit. Let's go Lapras. Let's go Lapras. So we crit my opponent. I don't know how much it matters. Obviously I'm going to take it. Like, obviously I'm taking that. I'm not going to look a gift horse in the mouth. But at this point, I think we max Geyser Grimmsnarl again. Nah. Yeah? Nah. Yeah. Nah. We have T-Tar in the back. It is in my best interest to hit Dura. So we'll Nightshade max Resonance the Dura one more time. He's Reflect. Okay, yeah, fair enough. I don't really care. He's seeing now that he doesn't want to get knocked out before he gets off his other screen. So he wants to set it. Even though I have no physical attacker on the field, he's like, uh-oh. Time to set up my other screen. So Dura taking that like a champ. Another Max Steel Spike for like no reason. Like I said, I mean, it's his... Here's the thing. Duraludon has, oh yeah, 4 moves like every Pokemon. Let's just assume for a moment that they've got Dragon and Steel as their 2 primary stab attacks. They've got Dragon and Steel. With that in mind, they've got 2 more. Even if for a moment we also assume, and this is assuming a lot of stuff, we also assume that they have Dragon Tail, which stops Trick Room. They still have a 4th move, which in my opinion should be Dark or Electric. Because Dark Pulse and Thunderbolt, which are really good coverage moves on Duraludon. Either of which they should have been clicking this whole time. And I don't know why they've been like flash cannoning, steel spiking me this whole time. Well, we're never going to find out because I just kept hammering into the Dura and we take it out. Annoying Assault Vest Duraludon, you can get out of here. So what is their switch in of choice going to be here? It is Rillaboom. Okay. So we do have a handful of ways to deal with this. None of them are perfect, but I'm not too afraid of Rilla. Because what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to protect and Willow it. He could still have Taunt. But I think his last move is going to be like Foul Play. If we get this Will-O-Wisp off, I feel really good about the endgame. Knowing me and Will-O-Wisp, though, we don't have a great history here. Nice, we do hit a Will-O-Wisp. That's pretty cool. So we Will-O-Wisp the Rilla and get a burn on it, which means that it is going to be hindered for the rest of the game. Spirit Break into Lapras, doing nothing as we protect, and a high horsepower into Lapras. You gotta believe my opponent was calling an Arcanine switch. I would like to switch an Arcanine if I had that one meme that's like, this is where I'd put my prized Arcanine if I had one. That's me right now. I don't have Arcanine. But if I had one, I'd switch it in right now. But I don't. So I can't. We're going to Freeze Dry. No. You know what? We're going to double Grim here. Freeze Dry and Nightshade. I don't want them getting up a second Light Screen. If possible. They're probably going to Grassy Glide here. But I feel like we take it. Yeah, we take it on Lapras because Lapras is a boss. And the burn is coming in already. We get the Nightshade off. It's not going to knock out, but Freeze Dry coming in. We haven't been parried once. This is crazy. Usually I get super unlucky with this team. So it's really cool that we're getting to show the bulky support off. Rain's over, but I couldn't care. Even if I tried. Rain wasn't doing much for us. Who is the last on my opponent's side? Burned Rillaboom, in my opinion, loses the Tyranitar, so I don't feel too scared. I can easily get up a second Trick Room, too. That's the best part. Incin, oh boy. Yeah, Incin kind of loses to Tyranitar also. So I feel pretty good about that. So I am going to protect, because why not? I'm going to protect Trick Room, because why not? There's nothing could go wrong here. Even if these 2 Pokemon just get knocked out, my 2 Pokemon in the back beat his 2 Pokemon, and that's enough for me. Tyranitar, and oh, they've got Taunt there. 2 Dark types usually means you have Taunt somewhere. Okay, so at this point, I am going to start clicking Bulldoze, actually. Because if I get a Bulldoze off, that guarantees that I'm fast. Like, the reason I Trick Roomed is to guarantee I'm faster. But if I can do that with a Bulldoze, I'm fine with that. Either way works. All I need is to be faster. And the battle's canceled. They got a positive interaction there, and they forfeited, knowing the game was over. Saving our time 34 minutes into the episode, guys. If you stuck around for this whole episode, you are a trooper. If you stuck around to this point in the episode, let's think. What do we do? I'm trying to think. We should have something to know. Just who stuck around. Just comment. Yeah, comment. I don't even know where that one came from. Comment Lapras OP in the comments. If you made it this far in the video, 34 minutes, I'm telling you, I really hope people did make it this far because it was a really good learning experience. Very good learning experience. But if you made it this far, Lapras OP in the comments, just so I know. Seeing who the real ones are. Seeing who's watching all the way to the end, because I appreciate it a lot. when you guys watch the whole video. Obviously, I'm trying to help you guys out as much as it's helping me out having you guys watch the video. So, that is going to be it for today's episode. Make sure to like, comment, as I said, and subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you guys in tomorrow's episode. Hopefully a shorter one than today's was, honestly. Have a good day.